Hi, Rebecca here with the Elephant Key. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming to my channel. Um, so I wrote down all these notes, right? I wrote down all these notes about what I wanted to talk about. And I did a couple different videos trying to read off to the side and just follow the notes. And that doesn't work for me. I work better when I'm right off the cuff, like live, which is rare and strange, I know. So what I wanted to talk about today was resistance. You know, what happens is a lot of us feel like we have to control most things. And there are some things in this world that you just can't control. Life is like this river, okay? And you can really get caught fearful about what's up ahead down this river, okay? And find yourself holding on really tightly to branches, leaving claw marks in these branches, holding on to every metaphorical rock and branch and vine that you can get a hold of to stop you from reaching what's at the end of this river, okay? And the thing is, the fear is what causes resistance. Not having control of what you don't know. And if you're holding on to that rock or that branch, you know, those can be symbols for relationships, jobs, friendships, organizations that you're into, your religion, things that, or the church that you're in. We grow out of things. As we grow, we still try to fit ourselves into these places that we don't fit into anymore. But it's familiar and it's comfortable. In the same way you don't want to go down that river because you don't know what's there, is the same way you try to shove yourself into a shoe that doesn't fit. It's painful. It lowers your vibration and it makes you stagnant. So, are we clear that resistance makes you stagnant and prevents you from movement down the road? It means you're holding on to something in a place of fear. All right, so also, you can imagine if life is a river, if you let go of those branches and let go of those metaphorical rocks and just let yourself go and be guided down this river, okay? And enjoy what you're observing. Hold on to what you're observing, like just in your mind's eye. The clouds, the joyfulness, the peacefulness. Now, there's going to be a waterfall here and there. You can't prevent that. Life is going to have a whole bunch of little and big waterfalls that you can't prevent. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. You're going to lose loved ones. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to lose friendships. You're going to lose financial assets. At one point or another, things happen that can't be avoided. But you can navigate through it. You may be able to avoid it if you're not so busy turning around, holding on to that branch. You're able to look ahead, see down the river. You're able to navigate from those rocks so it doesn't hit so hard. And when you see those waterfalls coming, those big impactful events that cause you suffering, you're able to brace for impact. Waterfalls can be very hurtful. They can really be fucked up situations. And losing a loved one is pretty fucking horrifying, isn't it? And you can ask yourself, you say there's beauty in a waterfall, Rebecca. Where's the beauty in the suffering of losing someone? The truth in suffering is that suffering is inevitable. It's unavoidable. There is beauty in suffering just like a waterfall, because there are 4 wonderful things that you gain from suffering. You gain wisdom. You gain resiliency. You gain gratitude and compassion, and I guess there's 5 things. A respect for reality. You know, we're talking about, as those of you that are Christians, have Christian background, we're talking about the story of Job. It was unavoidable. Nothing of his own doing when he lost his family, his property, his assets, his health. He didn't show resistance to any of it. The only thing he knew he could control was his own response and his own reaction. So, imagine how resilient he was. You know, folks, you're going to have suffering. It strengthens your spirit like a muscle. It strengthens your emotions like a muscle. The more you suffer, the more you're able to strengthen yourself for the next waterfall. And if you didn't have those deep waterfalls of suffering, you wouldn't be able to gauge the intensity of joy or gratitude, gratefulness, happiness. And the more that you try to avoid the suffering, the longer you're going through it. Letting go and letting yourself flow down the river of life and accepting there are going to be difficult things. One helps you brace for the impact of the next big waterfall event in your life, and it helps you be more prepared and strengthens that emotional muscle, not just for you, but for other people, your children that are going to need your guidance when they come to waterfalls in their life. Or your friends. Maybe if you don't have children, your nieces and nephews. Your spouse. Well, that's it for the day. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I'm tired. It's been a long day. And, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And have a great weekend.